Say?
Okay, so I don't like Star Wars or Harry Potter, and I like Family Guy. And they have a whole episode about Star Wars. Oh yeah, called Blue Harvest right here. Just because Family Guy likes it, I like it. That's all I have to say.
Trilogy. Okay. We all know this. A long time ago. By the time that Harry Potter actually came around, the best you would have was Darth Vader screaming, "Get on my Death Star, you damn kids!" And most likely you'd have a pile of bones with Darth Vader's helmet on top of it. I mean, how can you really say that when they are going to be dead because of the time, that they can really fight?
How old is Yoda?
900 years old.
Yeah, just for the sake of time, I didn't really want to change the subject.
Oh, it's fine. Go ahead, man. That'd be like
Yeah.
people bringing new swings and new different like.
It's back to the first subject, which is which one was better. To start, both of them are very distinct because one changed filmmaking. Because during the time when Star Wars came out, the sci-fi genre and the whole fantasy genre was looked down upon. When that broke out and it became such a hit, that caused kind of like almost a chain reaction of movies to come after, like, which is what would make things like Harry Potter, Transformers, or whatever we have today. Because since that started, the sci-fi and fantasy genre has increased in growth and popularity, and Harry Potter became a movie franchise as well as a book franchise. Well, first, of course, with the books. The thing with the books is that the books changed literature to a modern day, because in the modern day, people are more into their movies, their games and stuff, not too much into literature. Because of the Harry Potter books, that kept our generation into the whole reading aspect and the whole literature aspect, and that's why I can't really decide between both because I'm a huge mega fan of both.
Okay then, first of all, I'd like to go back to Aaron's point about how they don't feel any remorse when they kill someone. Just go back to the first movie. Qui-Gon Jinn dies, Obi-Wan Kenobi behind the laser wall, and then he just kills a Sith. Siths are such badasses, he died. And he had a twin lightsaber, he had dual-sided lightsaber, and he still lost. What a badass, he died. Okay, after that, they're like the ways they were trained, okay? The ways of the Force, they're more like martial arts. You learn how to kill. You don't have to kill someone to learn how to kill. And then there's the people that do kill, like the Sith. And then there's, going back to the Harry Potter world, no one knows how to kill. No one. Harry Potter didn't know how to kill. As I said in the ending, he didn't kill anyone. Okay then. And then let's see. Back to the fight. Going invisible, they have the Force. They can sense people. They have like an ongoing sonar. The Force is within everyone if you watch the movies, sir. Okay, going back to technology and how it could come back today. Star Wars, like going through time and space as active as possible. They actually found out using particle accelerators that there's something that can go faster than the speed of light, which is essential to go through time and space. So, I'll rest my case.
Okay. So I don't know why you guys are really into everybody killing each other. I really love Harry Potter because it teaches you basically peace over evil. And I don't know where you got the whole Harry didn't kill anybody. He totally killed Voldemort. Okay, so shut up. Okay. So basically, these wizards are taught only to use their magic for good, which makes total sense because if everybody could use magic any way they wanted, this world would be like in shambles. So pretty much, like, it shows you the difference between like being a good person and using your power for good and being an awful person and being defeated in the end. Whereas Star Wars kind of shows like the dark side prevailing over the like good side. And I don't really know. I don't know. Everybody, like they make the bad people look really, really good, pretty much. That's what I mean. So, also, I would also like to point out that we grew up with Harry Potter. I grew up reading the books. I grew up watching the movies. There was not one movie that I did not go to the premiere for. I was like, basically, we grew up with these kids. How could you say that a whole other generation's series of movies prevails over our generation's previous?
How could you guys say that?
That's all I have to say.
Unlike Haya, I am into who would win a fight, and I think it's whatever who gets off the first shot, because force choke is like instant, and then any spell is instant. But I would pick Harry Potter because they have a spell to make you dance, Terra Integra, so that's why I want them.
Wait, what? Repeat yourself?
Wait, say the spell.
Terra Integra.
What does that do?
It makes you dance.
Back to what that guy was saying over there, how he was talking about how Star Wars, like the 4th, 5th, and 6th episodes are like the older, and they started the sci-fi series of like how everyone else wanted to kind of make a sci-fi, like there's Harry Potter and there's like Star Trek and all that stuff. Well, if Star Wars was like the beginning and they had a chain reaction to make everything else, then like technically Star Wars like gave birth to Harry Potter. Right?
Oh yeah!
Tamara, do you have something to say? Yeah, you do. Stand up. Thank you. Announce your name and give, which one's your favorite, Harry Potter or Star Wars? Why? Tamara. Right. Come on, try it out.
Francis, I was going to use it.
Huh?
Your guesses.
Okay, fine. Good.
Okay, I'm kind of with everyone stop talking about like Jedi and Sith, like there's not a bad side to Harry Potter. Yeah, there's the wizards, there's the Death Eaters. Not only will they kill without remorse, they'll like killing. So I really wish people stop talking about that. And the point that somebody made about like it not lasting like generations, nobody becomes the first billionaire offer without it lasting.
Okay, I have a couple people to note on because everybody's just ganging up on Harry Potter right now. So, the guy who used to have the flag, you said that Harry Potter was unrealistic and that, you know, Star Wars is like, you know, future and like everything's gonna be realistic in a couple hundred years. Well, see, Harry Potter is fantasy and Star Wars is fantasy, but it's more sci-fi. So, in that genre, Harry Potter is realistic, in that world of Harry Potter. You can't compare a book to reality without looking at the genre. Maybe if it was nonfiction, go ahead. All right, also, when comparing a wand to a lightsaber, wands have like infinite abilities. Like, okay, you have a spell, you use the wand to cast it. A lightsaber, it's just a lightsaber. You know, you could cut stuff with it. So can a butter knife if you try hard enough. All right? Also, with what he said about how Harry Potter wasn't like, you know, oh yeah, I don't have a death spell, so I'm not going to kill Voldemort. You know, maybe he killed him indirectly, but, you know, maybe that sent a good message that you don't necessarily need to have intentions of killing to necessarily win.
Okay, I want to start by saying that Star Wars has Darth Vader, the most badass individual in the universe, so they should win by default. But touching on what Aaron was saying, and not just to pick on you, but because you did make a valid point, the Jedi were trained in peace over power the way that the samurai were, the ninja were. It's martial. Huh?
Don't interrupt.
Okay. They were trained to know that you don't technically have to be remorseless to, you know, get your point across, to kill, to win. Like we see with the samurai in martial arts, which is basically what Jedi were based on, which was samurai, that all the discipline that comes from all the training that the Jedi did receive is a good thing, and that being remorseless doesn't technically make you a better fighter.
Alright, yeah. You know who else had a lot of samurai? Japan did. You know what happened when they met guns? They went bye-bye. Because you know what guns have that swords can never have? It's called this. Boom. You can be across the room, you're still dead. And that's the problem with Jedis, is they have a big ass sword, but what are they gonna do with it? Swing it around? If I have a wand, I could just literally go, bye-bye, you're dead. What are you gonna do? Be running up that? Oh yeah, the fort. Oh, that's great. Dude, I can kill you with a wave of my wand. I'm not gonna be worried about you choking me. Like, really? No.
Yeah.
I'd like just to say that, yes, Jedis have swords, they have the Force, which is ranged, but when they have all these, they can make endless amounts of droids with all the resources they have at their fingertips. Droids have guns. When you have 1,000 droids shooting at 100 wizards, chances are the 100 wizards aren't going to be able to kill all 1,000 when another 1,000 are on the way. They won't be able to survive that.
Has anyone not spoken yet?
Yes.
Well, you're right when you said with the flick of a wand a Jedi could die, but the source of their power is their wand. If you force flick their wand away, they're as good as dead, because they're useless.
J.K. Rowling said that magic is a force, and the lightsaber can deflect any force given to it. So therefore, the lightsaber can deflect magic, therefore making it better than the wand.
Okay, people seem to be gravitating towards the lightsaber as the only weapon in the Star Wars universe. There are tons of weapons. You have blaster rifles, blaster pistols. Wookiees have crossbows that shoot radiation. Okay, so you can't compare the lightsaber to a wand fairly unless you factor in all of the other weapons that you can use against a wizard.
Going back to the point about Darth Vader being the ultimate bad person, Voldemort split his soul into 7 different pieces. Darth Vader has 1 life. Voldemort has 7. And one of them was placed in his arch enemy. Therefore, if his arch enemy tried to kill him, he still would not be dead, because he has 6 other places of his soul.
Going off that right there, well, Star Wars is definitely better than Harry Potter in the case of the main enemy, because unlike Voldemort, who died in the end with all his, 7 souls destroyed and whatnot, Darth Vader died in the explosion of the Death Star, throwing Darth Sidious into the center of it, saving his son and fulfilling the prophecy.
Yeah.